Hello and welcome to this video guide. We're going to be discussing how to approach viewing a car, which can be a bit intimidating, especially if you're not particularly car savvy. So tip number one, bring along a mechanic if you know one, but if you don't, many garages offer this service for a small fee. Before you arrive at the viewing, it's also a good idea to do a bit of online research. This would include looking up the model and year, checking any particular issues that the car might have, and if you can get the registration plate number, very important to do a credit and car history check. In a private purchase, you have limited consumer rights, so in all instances, buyer beware. Location is an important factor to consider. Always view at a seller's home if possible, but if you must view in a public location, then be extra cautious and factor in your own security, especially if you've brought payment with you. It's best to view a car in broad daylight and in good weather. And no one likes standing out in the rain, so this can cause both the buyer and the seller to rush the whole process. If you must view at night, bring along a good torch or lamp so you can get a good look at everything. Okay, so next up, we're going to look at the exterior of the car. You should have a good walk around the car, having a look at it from every angle, inspecting the panels and how they fit together, and just the general state of the bodywork of the car. You're going to have a look at how the panels fit together. Is there a nice general symmetry? Is anything loose? Are the paint shades exactly the same or maybe a little bit different now that you look at it closely? Keep an eye out for any maybe kind of slight ripples in the bodywork. Anything that might give away crash damage repair, which you should definitely bring up with the owner if he hasn't already mentioned it. So the next thing to do is to have a look at the wheels. We're going to check the wheel arch for any rust, any crash repair. Also have a good look at your brake discs if you can see them clearly. Check them for any little hairline cracks or signs of scouring, which would indicate that the pads are going to need to be replaced, and then they should really be factored into your price negotiations. Check the tyre for any signs of balding or flat threads. A balding on one side of the tyre in particular may indicate a tracking issue, which can be an expensive repair. Another thing to check is, are the tyres actually matching in size and the correct size for the car? You can look up, once again, when you're online, you can look up what comes fitted as standard on the car. It'll give you an idea as to whether things have been replaced. Very important to bear in mind. Moving around the front of the car, the more a car has been driven, the more it's going to be covered in these little dints and little flecks taken out of the paintwork. So it's a good indication of how much mileage is really on the car, despite what it might say on the dash. When you're looking at your headlights, you want them to be nice and clear, no mold, and not too many scratches again. And you can take a good wide look at the car and then make sure that it's actually level on both sides. And if you're not sure, you can always just come over here and measure from the top of the tire or to the underneath of the wheel arch on both sides, and the measurements should be identical.
Next, inspect the windows of the car for any telltale signs of replacement. Many windows carry the manufacturer's name and the year of manufacture. Check if all the windows carry the same marks, and if not, ask why. A replaced front windscreen may be evident by a newly installed tax disc holder or rear view mirror. Check the seal around the windscreen too. Bonded windscreens with sealant issues can be an expensive repair. A replaced window is not necessarily a bad indicator, but it should be explainable by the seller.